Hey everyone, welcome to the ninth episode of What's Up Bro with Zach Zachariah and Lokman Adam podcast. Dato,
Yeah,
I heard last week you went for a long distance ride with more than 100 motorbikes.
yeah. Teluk Intan.
Right.
Went to the Menara Condok.
So what you did? Had breakfast and came back.
We had lunch there, and I came back. I came back earlier lah,
Right.
because I have so many programs.
Dato, after losing the eye-kuning by-election,
Okay.
PERIKATAN National is super desperate. They playing all kind of victim drama. The last time they did was few days back. They crying victim at Menara Kuala Lumpur. What's happening? They're doing it again.
You see, PN and those who align with them have gone into this recycling business lah.
Okay.
After the Ikoning by election defeat, PN is totally bankrupt of ideas. So they are recycling old issues and stale news. Right now, they are recycling the Menara KL issue. Same narrative. Playing the race card that the Madani government have abandoned the Malays and discriminate the Malay business entities. That the government have snatched the concession from Hydro Shop and gave it to a non-Bumi company. Well, I only have this to say. They are just telling the same lies on different days. Hydro Shop's contract ended and they lost their bid for a new contract. That's all. The fact remains the same on any given day. The rest is just bullshit cooked up by these people.
Dato, again we see Bersatu and Perikatan National and those who align with them making strange noises these days. Looks like the noise originated from Mahathir, who is suddenly hallucinating about the Malays must unite, and his goons are echoing Perpaduan Ummah and Muafakat story. All this with the intention of trying to court UMNO again after a bitter divorce. Your thoughts on this?
You see, Zach, PN is never sincere. Even now, their malicious intent is very obvious. Let me tell you their strategy. They want to rejoin UMNO, collaborate with the H2O faction in BN, and topple the president. Pull UMNO support from unity government and bring down PMX. What's their objective? To grab the power, make their court cases disappear. That's all. This has nothing to do with the Malays, Islamic religion, the Malay Bumi Putra right, Bahasa Melayu, or even the Malay rulers. It's all about themselves. This is purely about the pack of hyenas in PN and some in unity government to grab power. So don't be fooled with the story of Malay unity and Perpaduan Ummah by Perikatan Nasional. They are just riding on race and religion as they always have. Even the most stupid person can see their bullshit move to save their own skins. Let us not forget, the nature of a traitor doesn't just disappear overnight. Once a traitor, always a traitor. A soul dark enough to betray once will surely betray again. So the call for friendship by PN is actually a setup for another betrayal. Mahathir is UMNO's ultimate traitor. Bersatu is a party born out of treachery. It wasn't formed to strengthen Malay's unity. It was built to destroy UMNO and grab its role. When that mission failed, they now come crawling back asking for friendship. How can we forget that they aim to kill UMNO politically? When the bullet didn't penetrate, now they want to make peace. You are not stupid, brother.
Dato, yesterday, PMX called for a special parliamentary sitting to address Trump tariff, its impact on our international trade, and our game plan to minimize the impact. Unfortunately, a few not very smart MPs from Perikatan Nasional were just wasting time taking pot shots at PMX and the Madani government, trying to score some cheap political points. What do you have to say to these jokers?
Firstly, I think their salary is a waste of the taxpayers' money.
Hmm.
PN is the worst opposition coalition in the history of Malaysian Parliament.
Hmm.
Their work is to score political points by painting the government with lies, slander, and baseless claims. They think they are elected only to bring down the ruling government because that's all they can be seen doing. Always working hard to tebuk atap. They are not doing any real member of parliament's work. They only criticize and condemn the Madani government, but they themselves do not have ideas, no vision, no policies to offer to the public. They don't even have a prime minister candidate. Why should the voters give the votes to a coalition that has no direction, offers no concrete policies, and don't even have a PM candidate? This is insane. But the good news is the voters have realized the risk and the danger in voting PN as the government. That is why today we have a strong and stable government. We won nearly all the by-election. You see, in the face of uncertain global economy and a fragile world political climate, the people want stability. As a matter of fact, even the recently concluded Singapore general election proved that people want stability over promises made by the opposition. You know, Kerajaan Perpaduan or the unity government is not only new reality, but also the future of politics in Malaysia. No one single party is going to secure a two-third majority in parliament. That will never happen. UMNO embrace the new political reality because this is the aspiration of the rakyat. Of course, we want to govern by ourselves, but rakyat want it in a different way. The support for UMNO and BN is rising because the people can see that UMNO is embracing the change that the people want.
Okay, Dato'. We hope for the best in our negotiations with the US in terms of tariffs. And I believe we will pull through. And as the unity government stays strong and have people's full support.
Inshallah.